Right, Liam, stoppage is the order of the day. Jordan Vucenic, Chris Duncan. Surely we're going to get UFC London kicking off here.
I mean, I'm not going to put a jinx on it, mate, because otherwise we know what's going to happen. But yeah, stoppage is needed on the card. It's needed for the pacing more than anything else. We just commented on the fact it's 9 o'clock and there's still another 4 fights after this one. So stoppage would definitely help things.
Look, it could be a long night. The Molly fight, I'd be surprised if there was a stoppage. Leon and Brady's potential 5 rounds on it. Jan Blachowicz is super tough. So, I believe that is favourite to go the distance rather than not going the distance, even though Allberg hits very hard. So it could be a long night here.
Yeah, I'll tell you what the difference is. We just said 5 boxing fights that were going to go to points, it could be a tough watch. But just because these fights might go to points doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be tough watches.
Right.
They're entertaining, enjoyable fights. I've just given it a kiss of death now, but you get my point.
Oh, yeah.
In UFC, in 15-minute fights, more often than not, they're still entertaining, even if they go the distance.
Yeah, look, we're going to get some drama, aren't we? There's never... What time's Jordan on? Keys Up Fault says, yeah, he's going to be on in the next 2 minutes. My friend, he'll be starting very, very soon. Just doing the final advert break, and then they'll probably be in the octagon actually by the time they get back off the advert break, I would say. So
I'd say we're missing a walks for this one.
Yeah, like you say, the pacing. Like they normally do 7 p.m. main card starts for the UFC. So it's interesting to me.
To be fair, mate, this is an absolutely stacked card. There's 17 fights across the whole card, which is a lot for the UFC.
It's a hell of a lot.
Early prelims to main card, I think 17 fights, which is huge for the UFC.
Yeah, it can be, Antonio. I agree with you there. Vucenic's got threat for a finish, definitely, and Duncan hits pretty hard himself. So, the next fight for me will go the distance. Molly, I think Gunnar and Holland will finish inside the distance. Jan and Allberg's a 50-50, I think. And you'd favour Leon against...
favour me all you want, mate.
Yeah, favour you. Favour Leon and Brady going the distance, wouldn't you, in fairness?
Yeah, I think we're going to get 2 or 3 stoppages at the most out of what we got left. I think
I'd be happy if we got 3, I think 3 would be the sign of bearing in mind we've got 5 fights left, so that'd be over half.
I think Molly's going to get her yearly stoppage.
You think?
That she's going to do something. She gets a stoppage in London. She's going to get a London stoppage. Gunnar's going to flatline Kevin Hollands. That's what I'd like to see. And Blachowicz will get a stoppage as well. That's what I'm going for.
Yeah, Gunnar will tap him out.
Live from the London studios.
He's been away messing with his Dimitri Bivol background.
At least we know where he's
been pissing around with my background. No, I was actually cleaning my glasses, to be fair, boys.
Well, there you go. We've
scored fights that badly today, so I had to give the specs a clean.
Spawned in, and Vucenic's just about to get in the cage. So yeah, happy days.
My daughter's dog's in and out, so I put it on so you don't see a stupid sausage dog running around in the background. I might just blur it, to be fair.
Did
I keep dipping in and out.
His UFC
he lost his debut to Kutateladze, wasn't it?
Kutateladze. Didn't he lose earlier on this card?
Yeah, it were fairly convincing, to be fair.
Yeah, he had Hamzat and Ilya in his corner.
Yeah, he did. Didn't make a blindest bit of difference.
Chris Duncan trains at ATT because Mike Brown's in his corner.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a few Brits that have...
to be fair, I know ATT packed with talent in it.
You know that, don't you? Trying out my backgrounds and that. You watch the studio next week. I'll be coming live and direct from the BT studios. It'll have Chael Sonnen and that in background.
Yeah, too right, man.
Try one out. You're going to get one for your van, mate, aren't you? So when you pull in over in car parks and stuff.
I might start putting a laptop there, like Ariel and Bobblehead.
Oh, yeah. Then you're really moving up in the world.
Yeah. Or one of them on-air signs.
Big favourite here.
Big flashing lights.
He is, but I could see Duncan knocking him out. I really could. I think Vucenic is better on ground. I think Duncan's got better hands.
Yeah, Duncan can hit pretty hard, man. His fight to get in the UFC was insane, that finish. On the subject of that, the losers getting the other one's name tattooed on their arse. By the way, they've made a bet with each other.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I've seen that. I had to check you weren't just pulling our chains.
I was sure that yeah, I bet Vucenic
yeah.
You know, his ass is probably covered in tats as it is. He's hardly got any skin left.
Yeah, he doesn't have much of his actual skin not tatted, does he?
I mean, it's mad. Do you know what I mean? And so wicked to look at. But gee, man. I mean, I've got a few. I've got 6 or 7 and a couple of sleeves, but
it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. It's beautiful, some of it. I love the Japanese stuff, me. I wish I had
yeah.
I've got prison tats and fucking all sorts, me. Duncan's got some decent tats himself, to be honest. He's covered
to
himself,
be fair, they're both tatted up to the max, aren't they?
Just too much.
It's happening. The losers getting the name tattooed on their arse.
Yeah. That's a real bet, that, brother.
Yes, Sam isn't having a joke. This is legit bet.
I told them earlier and they didn't believe me.
I mean, come on.
On his back.
Could have gone with a better
piece on his back and his front, Antonio. I'm not so keen on the completely covered and up his face.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of neck tats. I like them to stop where, you know, your hands ain't got none on my hands. I won't on my hands.
I love Pat's comments. They're brilliant. Big up to DJ Pat. What a guy. Well dripped in bucket, black paint, tough guy then. Oh, Pat, never changed, my friend.
Vucenic just started off with a crisper hands, to be honest.
Yeah, better technique. I think Duncan.
He looks the more relaxed of the two, does Vucenic. He looks way more relaxed. Duncan looks high. Oh, what a move. Did you see that? Kick, then shot. Wow. He's got him. He's done him.
Whoa.
He's going to sub him from that, surely. He's going to put him to sleep. He's done. No, he's not. Wow. I thought he was done there when he rolled over onto his... He's going to burn his arms out if he's not got him.
What was it? He was all nodding as if it was over. Evening, Luca. I hope you're well, mate.
I thought that, but I Luca. I think he was more nodding in
the ref
receipt of the. Nah, I think his corner shouted an instruction to him, and he was like, "Yeah." Because at first I thought he meant, "Yeah, it's done," but nah. That was mad, wasn't it? How the kick got blocked, so he did a Superman punch. He must have some power in them hands for it to
right on the end, didn't he?
Do you think it hurt him or it just knocked him over? Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, I know. It's a fair point. It's hard to say.
It just knocked him over because he just took a kick with all his body weight. Do you know what I mean? So he's going backwards and then to get cracked. I'm not sure if he was as hurt as it looked.
Yeah.
He seems all right now, doesn't he look? Playing
I know what you mean, because he caught him right on the end of it.
Yeah. Seems comfortable in his guard. I can't stop thinking of James Gallagher. You've got to look at James Gallagher.
No, you're right, actually. You're right. He does, yeah.
Like from the side on and that.
Yeah, he's like a bit of a taller version, isn't he?
God, he was never as good as his mouth, were he?
Conor McGregor.
But I'll tell you what, made a lot of dough off it, off being a gobshite, off the back of Conor, though.
Oh, good shot by
John Kavanagh. It was John Kavanagh helped him on Ariel before he turned over on Bellator.
Yeah, it's kind of done now, isn't it?
Oh, he's washed.
Duncan let him recover. Yeah, look, it's a big first round though for the underdog here.
Remember when Ricky Banderas knocked him out?
Yeah,
that was his first loss, I think.
Yeah, and he gave it him afterwards. Yeah, tell me you're in the UFC without telling me you're in the UFC with a UFC knee tattoo.
There's a few. Portan's got it there.
Portan's got the belt on him.
His
only he can get away with that.
Yeah.
That guy's loving it in the front. Is that Richarlison?
That's Richarlison, yeah.
Probably. Is it Spurs, isn't it?
Yeah.
International break as well, so.
I was like, that guy's loving it on his phone. He's a big fan. Then I was like, is that Richarlison?
He's not in, he mustn't be in Brazil squad then, eh? Mind you, he couldn't hit a barn door with a fucking band.
He looks as interested as he does when he's playing football, to be fair. So.
Oh, what a takedown. He's got a big he's got a yellow and green like Brazil phone case, so it's definitely him.
He's got a tattoo of himself on his back.
That's what I thought you were going to say, yeah.
What a dick. 1 second, I think there's something on fire in my kitchen.
Just waiting for the screaming. 3, 2, 1.
Definite Chris Duncan round, this first one.
Duncan's done similar to what we said Jai Herbert done Nathaniel Wood done in the last fight. He's stuck it on. He's come out as the underdog and he's made a fast start. He's not allowed Jordan to settle and get into his rhythm, and he's in a good position here. 15 seconds left of the round, and he's won it for me.
No fire, boys. No fire.
It's always good. Yeah, definite Duncan round that.
He controlled it from about a minute and a half in, didn't he?
Yeah. He's in, he's got to think about this. He lost his UFC debut. If he loses this, that's a disaster start to your UFC career when you came in as a former Cage Warriors champ with a good bit of hype about you.
Do you remember when it happened to Reece McKee?
Yeah, I do.
Threw him to Hamzat.
Yeah.
Was Hamzat his debut? I think it was, wasn't it?
I think so.
Or was his debut against another killer? But he got
I'm sure his
two killers.
debut was Hamzat, I think.
But then didn't he fight another killer at welter, which Reece McKee should not be fighting at welterweight. You've seen how thin he is. But I think he fought another killer after that and got beat and then went to Cage Warriors back, didn't he? And then came back. Medescus, what's his name? Medescus.
Yeah, but
like everywhere. Pahauskas or something. He did it, didn't he? Left, came back, and he's done all right.
He's back in now. He's doing well again in the UFC now. Luke in short, no.
Got a bad injury, if you remember.
Yeah, he did. It was hard. Khalil Roundtree done his knee.
Shauna Bannon's finish. Check that fight.
Yeah, one finish. Luca so far on the card.
She got dropped with a head kick, managed to scramble to the girl's arm, and ended up submitting her. We've not that long left, I don't think. It wasn't a buzzer beater, but it was deep into the fight.
It was.
I think she was losing. She was losing.
Duncan relying on wrestling here, boys.
Which I said before the fight would be Vucenic's domain because of his jiu-jitsu, but Duncan is... Oh, he's just give his neck. He's just give his neck. He's just give it... Oh, wow. He's out.
Just wriggled it in the position, didn't he?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I wish I could grapple and that. I wish I'd have done jiu-jitsu when I was a kid. Not because I could compete. I just think it's an awesome skill to have, innit?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Whereas I've watched that many MMA fights, I'd think I could do it in theory, and then I'd probably blow a knee or...
Yeah, something would go wrong.
I went to my friend's I've got a couple of friends that are brown belts, ex-professional cage fighters and boxers, and I did a couple of sessions at Ian's, joined a class, a BJJ class, and he got older, man. I swear to God, I've never felt so emasculated in all my life. He threw me to the ground and just... At one point, he was just laid on my chest, and he's a good 3 or 4 inches shorter than me, 2 stone lighter than me. I couldn't do a thing. Not a thing. Not a thing. It was letting me get up, throwing me back down.
Yeah, only messing about. Antonio never proper official sparring, but just gloves on with your mate's job. Yeah, Jay's had a fight, haven't you?
Yeah, I've sparred hundreds of rounds, hundreds. As an amateur,
yeah, he loves that bit as a pro. That was the catch line for the housewives. That was.
Fucking.
Oh, I love it, Jay. Westy West, is Jordan fight still going? No, yeah, it's still going on, mate. He's in trouble. He's in trouble.
He's not doing well. He's not doing well.
Duncan's winning the second and won the first.
Have you boxed or sparred her out, Liam? She's 40,
Similar
aren't
to
you?
Sam, only just messing around with mates. I haven't done anything proper serious.
Just the Bradford Iceman.
The Bradford Ice.
Don't associate me with Hearn, please.
I love that. The
Iceman.
Billericay Iceman, Eddie Hills. Best thing ever, that is.
Vucenic
looked like he had his neck.
is Duncan's cut, I think, on his head at the side. Or is it from
Yeah, that's
Vucenic?
it. Jay is Sean.
I don't know where it's from, but there's blood there, isn't there?
Brings it. Oh, good exchange in there.
No, not anymore, mate. I'm 50 years old, pal. Only sparring I do is with a dairy milk.
Vucenic caught me with a good elbow.
Usually wins.
Yeah.
Boys,
But
Vucenic
don't get it
coming back
twisted.
into it, yeah.
If Misfits have got some 50-year-olds out there that
Misfits
can't fight,
MMA.
that can't fight, by the
Jump
way.
the gilly.
That is a stipulation of
Is that
my
tight?
contract.
They can't fight.
Nah, yeah, they can't fight.
I tapped. He tapped. It told you jumped the gilly. Chris Duncan taps him. I was going to say he jumped the gilly straight away.
I thought the round had ended. I swear to God, I thought the round had ended. That's why I didn't react. I saw it.
Yeah, I seen him jump the gilly. Sorry, Carmen. Thanks for.
Jordan's done.
But Jordan's got tapped. Jordan's from my hometown. and brother is at the O2 tonight. I just Googled and came across you. Thanks, Carmen. Well, that's good to know. We're in the search for Google. But no, sorry, Jordan just got beat, unfortunately, Carmen. But thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated.
Not a good
That is
performance.
unfortunately for Jordan a lesson in how to handle a fight in the UFC. Chris Duncan, from the second the fight started, done everything he could have done there. Jordan,
I couldn't have called that fight. I couldn't have called that fight any wrong. Not the result, because I didn't say who I thought was going to win. But the way Duncan handled him in terms of grappling, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, and obviously submitted him, I thought Vucenic should be able to deal with him on the ground. I really did. Yeah,
that's a tough loss for Vucenic. That is a really.
I don't think he'll get cut or anything like that.
He won't get cut, but they'll give him one more. Jai lost his first two, if you remember. Then they give him.
He's just got a new contract and lost
again
tonight.
Is it Abdul Razak Al Hassan? Is it? He was like win one, lose one, win one, lose one. And Jai banged him out in the round and saved his contract.
Yeah, well, he got a new deal. He's just got a new deal and then lost on the first fight of his new contract.
Look at Charles Oliveira. Look how long it took for him to get on a good run. And what he ended up doing.
Yeah,
Brandon Moreno.
Thank you, Carmen. Thanks very much for finding us. If you want to drop a subscribe, that would be very helpful. But don't worry if you don't want it; it's fine.
West.
The Vucenic was disappointing today. Antonio says Jordan loses. Will he be? No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Look, the pressure's on him even more than it was, but he won't get dropped now.
No.
Yeah, sorry, Westy West. As Jay said, he got tapped out. He lost. He's got one more fight. If he loses 3 in a row, he'll be gone though. You can't lose 3 in a row.
Big win for Duncan.
You kind of consolidate yourself, don't you? You know, he's had probably 7 or 8 UFC fights now, Duncan. So he's kind of a regular feature now. Guram lost, didn't he? We were just talking about it, boys.
He got easily beat, unfortunately. Yeah, he got handled 30-27.
That's great that she looked to see the fight and we came up on Google. That's brilliant.
Absolutely, man.
Fantastic.
Algorithms working. 13-2 now. Finished 10 of his 13 wins, 3 subs.
That was a smooth guillotine, though. That was like the way.
Great performance. Listen, he was controlling that fight from about a minute and a half in till it finishing. A couple of exchanges on the feet where they were fairly even, but once he knocked Jordan Vucenic down, it never really looked like he were going to lose, did it?
Yeah,
Jordan never got settled. Sorry, Sam, mate. He never got settled, and that's partly down to Chris, but also because he couldn't work out what his game plan was. It looked like he didn't know if he wanted to stay on his feet, if he wanted to be on the ground, and in the end, he's paid the price, isn't he? Because Chris Duncan swarmed on him in every way he could have done. Though.
Yeah, definitely. So Duncan will move on. Vucenic's going to have to find some form, quick time, if he wants to remain in the UFC.
He's just asked for
Meatball Molly.
50G.
Well,
Is that who's
to be
next?
fair, he's got a case so far.
I think Sean O'Bannon will get it.
Sean
She might
will get
for
it, but there's normally two, isn't there? There's two that win performance, and then there's a fight of the night.
Yeah.
We haven't seen the fight of the night yet.
We also haven't had a knockout yet, so
yeah, we don't know what's going to happen further down the card. But
I think
great win for Duncan.
Yeah, Jan and Allberg could be like one of them one-punch knockout jobs. Either way, because Jan can still bang.
Paddy the baddie. Dakota Dutcheva there, look, behind him. She should be in UFC, shouldn't she?
She'll be in the UFC, I think, one day. She'll do great.
Oh, no. Yeah, or one day, yeah, but PFL, they're not going to let her go either.
Oh, no, anyway.
The UFC won't pay what PFL will. They just won't. Unless they want to make her versus Valentina or something like that, and they offer her stupid money. But I think PFL know what they've got there with her. She is, she's the real deal, isn't she?
Yeah.
Oh, 1,000,000%.
No doubt about it.
Meatball Molly next then, boys. We'll end this one here.
Yeah,
let's go. Quick 30-second break, and then, we'll see if Meatball Molly can continue the UFC London trend of a one knockout a year, as Liam says. But thanks to everyone that joined us, and we'll
thanks for joining us.
In 2 minutes.